So having a look at the stats, it's 10 handling errors in total, but it's the possession stakes that Noord-Kaap are ahead on by 61% to 39, and nothing in it in this game.
So we're ready live then to start the second half. And it'll be Keenan Torrenthal with the kick into a slight breeze. It's a great kickoff that, unable to be fielded by Willie van Aswegen. So we've just been informed that there's been a change as well to Otaniqua side. Stefan de Blanche is off. And we're going to have a 22 from there. And I think JP Divenage, yep, there we have confirmation that he's on at fly half. And then, of course, it was a poor finish, well, rather an unfortunate finish to the first half for Joubert Steyn in some respects. Scored the try for Noord-Kaap. Really looked like he was struggling with an injury.
Backwards.
Things a little bit slow here from Otaniqua initially. Leighton Eckstein, who's perhaps been their best player today. Wynand Taneka couldn't hold on.
It's white.
So referee playing advantage. There's confirmation of Cilliers on for Steyn. So Ruan Cilliers in the number 1 position. Remembering that Joubert Steyn was, of course, the captain of the side. So I assume that Luke Mason has taken over the captaincy. He was the vice captain in the centre position.
Crouch. Bind. Scrum.
Noord-Kaap a little bit sluggish in that scrum. Brevet managing to get it away. That's a knock-on.
Well, it's just been a multitude of errors early on in the second half. Both sides not looking after the ball. And from the initial scrum, it was Brevet who went against the wheel, criminal. And a poor pass to boot has handed Otaniqua possession and an opportunity to tack.
So it'll be Keenan Torrenthal, and they'll be looking to continue their territorial domination from the first half, Otaniqua. Eckstein with the pass. He was in the fly-off position. That was Barnard that was brought down.
Use it.
I think both teams have worked out the importance of getting over the advantage line. That's Deon Kun with the ball. Industrious lock for Otaniqua.
Use it. Last feet.
So turnover of possession. Kick this time. Well, drifting ideally into space.
Both sides like two boxers sparring early on. Not sure what to do with the ball. Keep it in hand, put it through the phases, look for an opening and look for a mismatch. Would have been the instruction from coach Henk Brunt to his charges. An aimless kick is again given the opportunity for this dangerous Otaniqua side to attack with.
That's Zandberg in the line out. Could well be the target of this throw-in from Mono Botha. You've got such a big guy, everyone expects you to throw it to him. Well, that's exactly what's happened. Marginally offline there from Botha.
Not down the middle of the line out, on his outside arm. And Zandberg gathers it, but unfortunately for him, it's turnover of possession.
So Brevet now with a put-in. Can he get a solid scrum from his team? New calls. Good that the scrums, that we're not having resets. This is Demetrio Titis. On the left wing there, Hilford Clark.
No one contesting. Use it.
This time some of the bigger men getting involved. This is Koza. Held up there by Zandberg.
Some more.
This time Otaniqua coming away with it. Good little pop pass. I must say that Deon Kun has been very much part of the drives upfield. There he is again involved.
Release it. Last feet.
Now the little chip kick. Which way does it bounce? Well, unfavorably for the attacking side.
Well, Kevin, just both sides on attack. Look like they've run out of ideas. The Noord-Kaapenaars didn't bring any block runners into play. Very easy to defend using that touchline as a defender. And here we see the finishing kick over the top. I would like to see the Otaniqua side keep the ball in hand. That's where they are most dangerous.
That's a pinpoint throw in from Willie van Aswierking. Always dangerous to throw over the back that close to your line. Minnie, you'll be looking for some good distance. This has gone some distance too. Corne de Klerk back for it. Got support in the form of Leighton Eckstein. He's got a very trustworthy boot as Leighton Eckstein. So initially a little bit of aerial ping pong. Now full running. Of course, it's a heavy field.
Roll.
Not always conducive to the speedsters.
Yeah, good work from Ryan de Vie. He spotted the space up the far left-hand touchline, and the kick chase lines from Otaniqua were not good enough. He carved off about 30-40 meters, and he's earned his side a penalty. And they can carve off some more territory and get close to that Otaniqua line.
I think that's got to perhaps be one of the objectives, Noord-Kaap, is to try and get more territory so that they can attack from closer in.
Here's a penalty.
Numbers wide, get in.
From the side was the big winger, Van Anteprea.
Well, the lineouts are working pretty well for both sides at the moment. As I'll say that, it's a penalty here for Otaniqua. That's Gio Malan, the captain. Waste absolutely no time in carrying it up. They were not back 10 meters, so he's taken them up some distance. Really favourable this for Otaniqua. Well, there's one player who's got a little bit of blood somewhere. He's going to have to be attended to. And it'll be Torrenthal then with that trusty left boot of his. I'll tell you what, how trusty is this? That's a fantastic, fantastic kick. Went right over the last man standing.
What a brilliant kick from Torrenthal. He's put his side deep into that 22-meter area of Noord-Kaap and expect the drive coming in here. This is where their strength lies, within the pack. Set the drive, get the legs pumping, and they'll look to maul it over from 10 meters out.
There's a pile of men in the Otaniqua backline, all standing ready. Blindside wing looking to get involved. Let's just wait to see what's on the go here. Have we got a ball that's flat? No. Ball seems to be okay. That's GM Brevet just getting some attention to, maybe he's got a bit of blood.
He showed some good touches, GM Brevet, a very talented cricket player, hand-eye coordination extremely good. But it looks like he's got a nasty gash above that right eye of his, and he'll need some attention.
Well, defensively, you don't want to lose your scrum off that close to the line. Here comes Gio Malan. Desperate to get another try here. Oh, Otaniqua, they've done well. They've created a run around there to bring the ball open side. Tell you what, Leighton Eckstein's been part of it, but here comes Henny Barnard, and he's got over. Try number 4 then for Otaniqua.
Well, from the line out, the ball was put into space. And then it was the long ball that found its way to Henny Barnard. The ball in the wrong hand, but fortunately he had presence of mind to cut inside. And he's managed to get in for his side's 4th try of the afternoon and put some breathing space in between the home side and their visitors, Noord-Kaap.
Just one successful conversion out of 4 for Leighton Eckstein today. Well, you could see what he was trying to do there, but it certainly wasn't curling round. Nevertheless, they're a full score away from Noord-Kaap.
Good finishing by the Quackers. They put the ball through the hands. And Barnard managed to crash over for his side's 4th try.
Minnie with a pretty low kick. Great fielding there by Leroux Bart. Torrenthal chased down. This is when you're at your most susceptible, when you've just scored points. You got to make sure that you don't relax. In the meanwhile, I saw that Duvenhagen had brought that ball out. He's at scrum half now, of course. Brevet just getting some attention to that cut above his eye.
Right down. Hands off, Black.
Duvenhagen, change of direction onto
Roll.
Kirtley Prince.
Hands out, Black. Roll, hands.
So excellent running. Yaz's real chance here for Noord-Kaap.
Hands out, Black. It's fine.
Vitra Titis very much part of the mix. Can somebody get over?
Release at 6.
They desperately want to try right now. This will make it a real contest. And over they go. A try belonging then to Dylan Walsh, one of the Craven Week players in the side.
Well, Pete Clutie, the coach of Otaniqua, will be pulling his hair out. They've just scored a try. However, they've let Noord-Kaap back into the game. Here's the finishing by the replacement scrum half Walsh, but it was a break again from that man, Ryan DeVee. He's causing the home side endless problems on attack. And Otaniqua look at 6s and 7s and will need to pull themselves right if they are to come away victors in this clash. Well, of course, Gavin, Outeniqua have only lost the one game this year, the only blemish on their record, and that was to Paul Jim, 37 points to 25 here in George. But one must say, they are under huge pressure here from this Kimberley outfit.
One gets the feeling that that's going to be the case as this match unfolds. Now Demetrio Titis wastes absolutely no time, does Titis. Narrowly past the left-hand upright. Still, I think we've got a game in our hands.
Here we see the pillar post not reacting quick enough. And it was well spotted by the replacement scrum half Walsh, who's darted over and put his side within 3 points of this Otaniqua score.
Another very neat kick in that, fielded by Tulani and Genje. Just so important for both teams to make sure they do the basics right, with a real pressure game at hand. So deliberate collapsing of the ball will allow Noord-Kaap an opportunity. They're quite tight up against the touchline. You're always looking for a left-footed kicker if you've got one in your team, which they don't have.
Well, there you see the value of taking the restart. Good work by Tulani and Genje in the air. They secured the ball, they drove it upfield, they've worked a penalty, and they're in the opposition half.
They just look a lot more confident, don't they, Noord-Kaap? They just seem to be a little bit better organized in this second half than the way they finished that first half.
And a lot more composure. This Otaniqua side look very nervous. They look unsure of their plays, and they've put themselves under huge pressure this afternoon.
Well, this time, William van Aswegen and his pack of forwards didn't get things right. That's Dylan Walsh. Good running lines from Noord-Kaap. And they won a penalty. Well, this is some distance out, but surely if they feel that they can get the 3 points, that'll put them into the lead.
Assist tackler, he brought him down, he just went on, didn't show it.
Well, the tackler assist being penalised there for not showing daylight. The big man, Otaniqua. It was a good cutback run by Luke Mason. I've been impressed with him. He's carried well all afternoon. Not showing daylight was the big man from Outeniqua, Otaniqua, being penalised, and it's given Dimitrio Titis an opportunity to put Noord-Kaap ahead in this fixture.
Well, sadly, that's gone wide, because that could have proved a huge psychological boost for Noord-Kaap.
Titis just opens his shoulders. Gavin, as an ex-kicker yourself, you'll see he opens that right shoulder, which allows the ball to swing from left to right.
For a right-footed kicker, that's correct. Some good, strong running there from Lux Koza. Really are starting to look the part now, Noord-Kaap. Gets the feeling it's Otaniqua under pressure. As the singing starts in the stand. Well, there's a sense of victory here for whoever those supporters are. Oh, the chip kick there. No, that was knocked on there, unfortunately, by Leon Becker. But again, it was Ryan DeVee. You've spoken a lot about him, Gareth. He's really looked the part. Neat little grubber from him.
An intelligent footballer. He knows when to kick. He knows when to run. He's got a great feel for the game. As Ryan DeVee, I've been impressed with him. He's been a real standout in this Noord-Kaap backline. He has that little dink through. Unfortunately, the bounce not favouring the right winger. But nonetheless, it's still Outeniqua under pressure.
So important for wingers to practice those little pickups. You know, at practice, that's the sort of thing you need to be doing regularly. So it becomes almost, you know, second nature for yourself. You know, often practices follow certain courses, and maybe that's an element that forms part of a professional practice.
Individual skill sets and just honing in on those finer details that will make you a better player. And that's one thing Paul True has managed to do with the SA7s. He's really got the best out of a limited skill set and worked really well with it.
Good work from Njenje. I think Noord-Kaap have just got a sniff of a potential victory parade. They're really just starting to look the part, very determined, playing with a lot more confidence, less errors from them than we've seen in that first half. For Otaniqua, they've really got to get their hands on the ball. One of the key things is to starve their team, the opposition, of possession. Could make the difference. Again, strong work from Leroux Bart at number 8 for Otaniqua. Indecisive defensive work from Otaniqua. Bear in mind, it's number 3 in the country up against a team that's closer to number 30. And there's an expectation. Well, how about this now? Was that a knock-on? Yep, it was. Notwithstanding that, Gareth, the pressure is on Otaniqua right now.
And a great option from Minnie, the kick overhead. Unfortunately, Hilford Clark should have just put it ahead on the boot. He tried to pick it up, knocked it on, but it's Otaniqua who are causing themselves endless headaches on defense. They're not getting off the line. They're not tackling hard enough. And that possession stat shows it all at this stage, 65% to that of 35. And the territory is in favor of Noord-Kaap.
Yeah, it's a reversal from the first half.
Backwards.
Knock on from Giel went backwards. He really has tried hard, though, Otaniqua captain
Hands out.
Tarantal. Kicks down the middle of the park. Noord-Kaap look full of running. They really do. They're playing with a lot more confidence now. And despite that, you saw the territory, you saw the possession stats. They are wildly in favor of those men.
Well, here the tackles made Otaniqua 65 and to that of 40 of Noord-Kaap.
Numbers wide.
Just shows you the pressure on the home side at this stage.
Important for Buerta to get his throw in correct and for them to hold on to the ball, but they're not able to do that. So their woes continue, the home team.
Wide, took it down. Ball.
That ball is off the ground at the moment, so eventually out it comes to Duvenacher. Duvenacher rather to Dylan Walsh. Ryan DeVee, who's seen a lot of him in this match. And they've managed to keep it in field. That's good play by Noord-Kaap. Good strong work from Koza. He really is a handful, isn't he? Walsh. Drop attempt. And it's gone, well, it's gone over. So they're into the lead on Noord-Kaap. No. Well, referee put his hand up to indicate that it had gone over. No. Well, that certainly is the case. Yes, it is over.
Great option by Guillermo Mini. Stood back in the pocket. A sweetly struck drop goal. And he's put his side ahead by 1 point. Had taken his time. Kept his head on over his chest. And a lovely archaic swing through the ball. Good work by the pivot for Noord-Kaap.
There's just no urgency in defense for Otaniqua. They need to chase. You need to know someone's potentially going to kick it goal. You need to get yourself right up there. Someone's chasing the potential kicker, which often is the fly half.
Coupled with that, they've been bereft of ideas on attack, which has left the coaching staff scratching their head. And unfortunately for this home side, they are putting themselves under immense pressure, and elementary errors like that aren't helping their cause.
Just haven't had possession. Possession is key to it. They need to get possession. They need to try and turn that territory stat around to put pressure on the opposition.
Well, the whole week they've made reference to the fact that they are without their 4 SA Schools players. I thought it was going to be a mountain too far to climb for these guys. As soon as they start talking about what is not available to them, the focus is not on the task at hand.
Scrum. Stay flank.
Out from Dylan Walsh. It's a good strong tackle that from Tarantal. Here comes the chance for Otaniqua to get back in, and so they will. Super effort there from Duvenacher. He's come on as a replacement, and he's got the try that they wanted. It did come from a Noord-Kaap error, but you make the opportunities on a rugby field.
It was a huge hit on the fly, Mini, who came for the switchback by Tarantal. And then JP Duvenacher, what a pickup. Cracked on the pace, pinned his ears back. The handoff came out, and he's got in near the uprights to put his home side in front yet again.
So Tarantal taking the kick for the first time. Eckstein has been relatively unsuccessful. Important kick this. And he's whacked it over.
Well, it was Noord-Kaap looking to run it from deep inside their own half. A thunderous hit came in, and here we see the finishing of JP Duvenacher, pinned his ears back and got in for the score.
Well, if you do your maths, it's going to tell you there's 6 points, the difference right now. And Tarantal, it's a good kick from him downfield. sometimes your resurgence is really just absolutely blown up by a little thing that happens on the field. That was a big thing, but they want to dominate now as much as they can, Otaniqua, territory and possession.
There we see the stat. The ball spread to the wing, 5 by Noord-Kaap, 3 by Otaniqua. But it'll be the home side looking to close this contest out in the last 10 minutes.
Well, they're buoyed on by the singing in the grandstand, and also the desire that they have to uphold a great tradition in this team. Just the one loss this season, but they're up against a team who are full of running. Well, Hilford Clark held on to that ball on the deck, so he's been penalised.
And it's that man again, Duvenacher, the super sub. He's come on, he's made an impact, and that's exactly what the coach would have wanted from his bench.
There he is in picture. Duvenacher, after that fantastic try. That was the 5th try to Otaniqua. That's Hilford Clark, who's down at the moment. A real blow if he leaves the park, because he's really one of the men that he's got that X factor. So a little later today then at 2:30, it'll be the Lions up against the Free State Cheetahs. Another cracking match in the Currie Cup. And then Western Province versus the Blue Bulls. Another, of course, traditional match where the Bulls might find themselves a little hard pressed, but with a new combination.
And of course, Griquas last night upsetting the apple cart, defeating Natal by 32 points to 13. What an upset that was.
Well, it's a sad day, that, and a sad finish for Hilford Clark, who's carried off the field. He's replaced by Aldro Haynes, who also was a Craven Week player. So there's some confusion here, but that ball's gone directly out, but it's not a problem. It was kicked from inside the 22.
Here's the injury that Hilford Clark sustained. He looked to go on the outside, and watch, he just gets his leg caught underneath the tackled player.
Tarantal with a kick through. Eventually it's well fielded. Here's a chance here for Corne de Klerk. It's good running that by the fullback. Like to have seen him involved a little bit more, because he's a good strong runner.
Well, the 15, the fullback Corne de Klerk, unfortunately just spilling the ball. And look at the frustration. Corne de Klerk, he has been frustrated at the back all afternoon.
Yeah, it's important for him to get in where he can, but the difficulty is if you don't have possession in territory or fullback, as a fullback, you tend to stand back. Well, this is a penalty here for Otaniqua. They have to kick it goal, surely. Confirmation of a replacement, but really, if they get this over, then that'll tell you that Noord-Kaap have got to score twice.
Well, it was a poor pass. Mason did well. He bumped off the defender. Penalised for sealing the ball. And it's given the opportunity for the young scrum of Tarantal to extend this lead.
Now, he kicked very confidently with the last one, and he would have worked out how important it is to get this one over. Oh dear. He's gone and chipped it onto the roof of the VIP marquee, which is nowhere near where the posts are.
Well, that's a shocker. You would bet your house on him to kick it over, and he still kept Noord-Kaap in this game. They are alive still, and they will throw caution to the wind. You can bet your bottom dollar on that.
Well, they're going to need to with just over 5 minutes left. They're going to get out of their territory, number one. So the long kick downfield, fielded by Hugh Malan. Malan's done well. This is excellent play by the captain. That's not a bad kick, but the touchline eventually wins. Nevertheless, there's still huge pressure here on Noord-Kaap.
Great work by the captain. He bumped off the attention of Leon Becker, and then he had the presence of mind to put the ball into space. Unfortunately, the bounce didn't go his way, but they've got a real opportunity to contest this line out, try win the ball, and really shut this game out.
And Lux Khoza is not part of this play at the moment, so adding to Noord-Kaap's woes. Injuries part of the mix. Well, he's up now as Lux Khoza to form part of this line out. If he's going to be part of it, it is a short one. Big, strong flank forward. So just the 4 men in the line out. Genje with a catch. So interesting penalty here and some relief for Noord-Kaap.
And
Guillaume Mini with the kick. It's into touch, importantly.
the penalty accruing for Noord-Kaap. Otaniqua just falling all over that ball. And this could be the visitors' last opportunity to snatch victory in this contest.
Well, that's been won that by Otaniqua. So attacking opportunity, counter-attacking opportunity through the hands of Barnard. Back in field it goes. Leighton Eckstein doing very, very well.
Last feet.
Still they've got it now. Now the industrious Dion Kun.
Release at 15, roll.
Oh, here's another penalty advantage for Outeniqua. Just take a drop kick. No, it's the chip and chase. And they'll have the penalty. And quite honestly, with just under 3 minutes left, they might as well, they must kick it goal, surely.
Take your minute, wind the clock down, smack it over, take the victory. They've been outplayed today by Noord-Kaap, but they can come away with a win.
Well, you know, sometimes things surprise you on a rugby field, but they've decided that's what they want to do. They want to kick and see if they can get over for a try. One of the important things and reasons is to dominate territory here too. Here they come. This is Gil Milan. And at the moment they are dominating territory, so that's the logic of their decision. Still believe they should have kicked it goal. Tarantal onto Kun. He's absolutely millimeters short, is Kun. Again they come. And another chance, and they've got it. Well, credit to the captain, to the coaching staff for their decision. We didn't agree with it, but it's paid dividends.
Well, here's the finishing of Botha. Another strong run by Kun. He got within inches of the line. He put the ball back, and the pick and drive from the burly hooker, Botha, who managed to get in for the winning score in this contest. And now he's put this result beyond doubt.
This time Tarantal makes 100% certain of the conversion, and it's a strong finish this in the second half by Otaniqua. They scored 3 tries in the first half. They've scored another 3 in the second. And there was the drive there. Mane Botha getting over. It's only pride that Noord-Kaap are playing for now. Can they finish strongly? Otaniqua know that they've got lots of time here to just kick this out start the line out, and that probably will be the last play of the match. "20 seconds is the call, so Tarantal will kick it out. There will be enough time for the line out if it bounces out, which it does favorably. And the throw-in belongs to the home team. So they've just got to secure possession and hoof it out, and they will be the winners of this contest. There it is. Tarantal whips it into the stand. And, well, I sense that there'll be lots of people who will be feeling rather relieved. There was a time in this match, full credit to Noord-Kaap, who looked like they were going to pull a cat out of the bag and beat the number 3 ranked team in South Africa. But somehow they managed to pull themselves together. And that fellow there, Keenan Tarantal, was a very special player in this match. Thanks all round, and of course a wonderful, wonderful spectacle down here in George, and this just forming part of it. So 6 tries to Otaniqua and 3 tries to Noord-Kaap. Full-time scoreline here in George: Otaniqua 36, Noord-Kaap 23. So, statistically, that's what it looks like then. And eventually things evened themselves out a little bit, but Noord-Kaap had 57% of the possession. So full credit to Otaniqua for using the possession that they did have. There were far too many handling errors in both sides, which seems to almost be the order of the day these days. 19 of them and 14 turnovers. So both coaches have work to do. And then, well, Noord-Kaap carried the ball through 5+ phases on 3 occasions, which says a lot for them too. And they dominated the racks and mauls for much of the time. So once again, it's a beautiful day here in George. And of course, the rugby will continue, and there's going to be a sing-song as well from the players. You'll see them in picture there. And Gareth Wright is down in the presentation area.
Hi, Leon. Tough day at the office. You started really well, but unfortunately you fell away in the second half.
Yeah, I think we could have done better. We wanted to play as well as we can, but it didn't end off as well.
You scored some enterprising tries in that first half, but it was the second half performance that let you down.
Yeah, no, we got to do some homework. I think we have a lot to do, but we're going to do it.
Thanks very much and well played.
Thank you.
Well, I'm here with captain of Outeniqua, Gier Malan. Well played, Gier. It was a tough afternoon at the office, but you managed to come through unscathed.
Yes, it was a tough afternoon. We have a couple of injuries, but that didn't bother us. Played our strongest team for the day, and we pulled it through.
You've had a stellar season. You've managed to win all but one of your games, and this would go a long way to finishing off one of your more perfect seasons.
Yes, I think so. It's a great season so far. Like you said, only the one loss. The boys are together, keeping a nice vibe in the team, and we're loving it so far.
Well, congratulations and enjoy your victory.
Thank you very much.
Well, with me is the Mutual and Federal defender of the match, Keenan Tarantal. Well played, Keenan. You managed to get a try, and that's a great effort by you.
Yeah, it was hard work to get a try, and it's a team effort, and I'm just lucky to get finishing.
You've managed to have 4 SA Schools players out. It must have been a big ask for your Kwagga side to come out and get a victory this afternoon.
Yes, it was. The guys who had to step in and fill big boots today, and I think they did well.
Well, with us is Ryan Henry, the representative from Mutual and Federal, handing over his prize from Hi-Fi Corporation. And that's our Mutual and Federal defender of the match, Keenan Tarantal.
Thank you.